I created a school online called Mindset Reset. Go ahead and check it out. It's on School, SKOOL, called Mindset Reset with the Phoenix. Now, let's dive into why I normally say to you, when you start healing, you will lose people. Some people cannot go on this journey with you, and you have to come to that realization. You got to come to that conclusion. If you don't, you're going to revert back to your old self, so that way you'll fit in. So let me go a little bit deeper for you. When you start healing, you're going to lose people. You may lose your friends. You may lose your family. You may lose your relationship. You may lose people you thought would always walk beside you. Not always because they hate you, but because sometimes they were attached to the old version of you that abandoned yourself. They were used to the version of you that always said yes. Yes to their needs. Yes to their comfort. Yes to their expectations. Yes to everything. So that way you would keep the peace. So you say yes so that you can keep that peace going inside that relationship, even when your spirit was screaming no. But healing changes that. You stop being a yes person, or better yet, you stop saying yes when your soul means no. You begin to say yes when yes is true, and no when no is necessary. That is growth. But not everyone will celebrate that growth. Because when someone benefits from your lack of boundaries, your boundaries will feel like a betrayal to them. You know what happens when someone feels like you're betraying them. So you're betraying them so that way you don't betray yourself. You're gonna have to choose. Think about relationships like this. Many times when two people meet, they meet from their wounds. They were broken in certain places. They were broken in a lot of ways. And the relationship formed around broken patterns. Maybe you overgive. Maybe they overtook. Maybe you stayed silent. Maybe they got used to you not challenging them. Maybe you apologize just to keep the peace. Maybe they became comfortable with never looking at themselves. And then one day you begin healing, and suddenly what you used to accept, you no longer accept. What you used to laugh off, you now address. What you used to carry silently, you now put down. And the person who loved the old version of you is struggling with the new version of you, because the old version was convenient. The old version was easy to control. The old version did not interrupt the pattern, but the eel version does. The eel version speaks. The eel version truths itself. The eel version does not trade peace for approval anymore. And that can make people uncomfortable. Another thing you have to understand. People often remember the moment you disappoint them more than the years you showed up for them. You can be loyal for years, present for years, giving for years, patient for years, forgiving for years. But the moment you say no, suddenly they forgot every yes. That is part of the human programming. Remember, we were programmed. So you gotta unlearn a lot of things. Pain leaves a louder footprint in the mind than comfort. So learn how to transmute your pain or it will consume you. So when you change, people will only focus on the discomfort your growth caused them. They may say you change, and the truth is, yes, you did. You were supposed to. Growth requires change. Healing requires change. Becoming yourself requires change. This journey was never about keeping people comfortable while you stay wounded. It was never about being loved only because you were easy to use. It was never about staying small so other people would not have to face themselves. This journey is about returning to yourself. And if people can only love you when you are denying yourself, that is not love. That is attachment to your self-abandonment. So keep going with love, with grace, with boundaries, with truth. Not everyone will understand your healing. Not everyone will survive your becoming. But the people meant for the real you will learn how to meet you there. That's why I say you will lose relationship. Self-betrayal can cause an autoimmune disease of the spirit. Remember, brothers and sisters, everything around you is also in you. And that I will explain to you in my next video. Peace, love, light. This is the Phoenix Voice 74. Welcome to remembrance, or I should say, welcome to remembering who you are.